like, oh my gosh, like I had all these plans, even for life, not just like a
Yes.
schedule or vacations, but like
Yes.
life. At this point, I was going to do this. At this point, I was going to have this. And the Lord was like, girl, who said? Like,
That's
who told
literally
you that?
it. And like
And
nobody
then,
said that. You just made this up in
no.
your
And
brain.
where did you get that from? TV? TV
Yeah.
is not real life. Hey y'all, welcome to the Sister Series. We are two sisters by choice, navigating what it means to be young Black women in today's world. I am Mariah.
And I'm Elise.
You got a little jig going on there, sister.
You know I'm a bust a jig all the time.
Okay, I just want to point out that I like Elise so much. I wanted to get a matching microphone as her. No, I'm just playing. Her sound just made mine sound like trash. So I was like, let me do better.
Listen, baby steps to perfection, and that's all we ask for.
Because we are getting there.
We are getting there. I mean, comment, guys. Comment on if you can see
Everything.
the growth in our videos from the beginning to now and how things have changed and become more professional looking. So I want to hear the comments, guys.
We want to know all the things.
Before we dive deep into the podcast, I do want to mention, like, on YouTube, if you watch us on YouTube or if you watch us on Spotify, we really benefit from like comments and reviews. And if you subscribe or like our video,
yes.
So if you could do that, if you please could leave us some comments on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, we really would appreciate it. More so reviews, because then that pushes us to more viewers. And so, yeah.
And I'm going to put a plug out here. I know there's at least 5 people in our families that love us. Each, like 5 on Elise's side, 5 on my side. Can y'all do something? Like, dang, it's like 80 million cousins out there. Y'all ain't doing nothing. I ain't talking to the Collins Curtis crew, because I don't know them like that.
I got a lot of cousins.
I don't want no beef when I get to the family reunion, okay? I'm talking to my side.
Well, I'm going to talk to my side and leave us some reviews too. The Owens and Collinses and the Curtises, leave us some reviews.
Yes, y'all help us out. Now, we are bringing y'all some good content.
I would agree. I think we've done. I mean, at least we think so, and that's all that matters, really.
How are you doing, Elise? How was your week?
Oh, I'm gonna pick another word this time. I am refreshed as of today. We are recording a day later than we normally do, and with that,
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
I had the day off, and let me tell you, one day off just makes life so much better.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I had STAR this week. STAR tested was state testing at my campus, and that ran me rampant.
Ragged.
Is that the word? Ragged.
Ragged, like raggedy.
Literally, and I came home, my feet were hurting, and it was a mess. It was a mess.
Nachi was actually running.
I hit on my Apple Watch. I hit my exercise goal at 9:30 every morning, both STAR days, and I don't be doing that.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I'm thankful. The hard part is over right now. ELA is the hardest one. Science and math will be a breeze, just because students have to read the passage. They have to do some writing, and they've got to do some essays, and so it takes them a while to get through the test. Yeah, so the hardest one is over. Now we've hit the top of the hill, and we're on the downside.
Have they combined reading and writing? Because back in the day, we had a writing one.
Yeah, no, the writing. Yeah, it used to be reading, writing for fourth grade. Now writing is combined with reading.
Listen, I used to snap on them reading and writing.
I can't imagine. I used to be done.
Because if you can read, you can ace that test.
That's
all the answers are in the passage.
So now the problem is that the kids have to go back and look into the passage. That's what their teachers teach them to do all year long.
They've been teaching us that.
Well.
Are they not going back, or that's not how you test
the ability to effectively use their strategies when they
But is it on the computer now?
It is an online test.
That's a difference, I feel like. But if you get accommodations, can you do it on paper, or you have to do it on the computer?
Any parent can request paper testing.
Oh, period. I'm going to request.
Yeah, any parent can request. You're going to have to dig to find it in some districts, but you can request a paper test.
That's what I have you for. Get the letter
I can
ready.
help you out.
You know I like a good email. A meeting. Any takers?
I'm dead. But yes, this has been I am relaxed. I had sushi today. It's been a great week and I can't complain.
Do you eat raw sushi, sister?
Probably. I don't remember. I never really pay attention. I just order it if it looks good. So probably.
Period. The first and last time that I had sushi, you know what? It's not even worth it. Me and sushi don't get along.
Ma'am, everybody, I did have a bout when I got home, but it was a great lunch, and that's all that matters. TMI.
I think we had two different reactions, but all right.
Anywho, how are you, sister?
I am good. So this week I worked in the hospital. Usually I work outpatient, which is a clinic, but like every 5 to 6 weeks I work in the hospital, and those are my least favorite weeks. But it was not bad this week. All of our patients behaved. That just means like everything was uneventful. And I feel good. I am looking forward to the weekend though, because I'm tired, but I am doing well.
Love that. That's a good update. These are positives that we look forward to.
Yes. And you know what? This week brings me into our candid conversation. It's not even about work. But when I was at work, I started thinking about this. I want to talk about the DIY culture. I think it's stressing us out. Because
I have lots to say about this.
I know you do, because we have some similarities. I think the DIY culture is stressing me out because I will see something or I will buy something. It could even be this week. What made me think about it was a smoothie bowl. So I went to, where did I go? Smoothie King to buy a smoothie bowl. They have these really nice, really good acai bowls. And I was just like, I can make this because I think it's like $12. And then I start like researching like where to get acai fruit and like how to mix it up, because that's not something you just like, well, you can buy it from the store already made, but I was like, do I have the time to make an acai bowl every day? No, I don't. DIY is going to drive me crazy because I always think I can do something and then I don't have time and then I'm stressed out. But then if I don't do it, I'm like, I didn't even try. What are your thoughts?
Let me tell you. So I have such grand ideas, especially since I'm a 2025 bride. I have so many wonderful, wonderful ideas, and they're great ideas. And they stay there in my brain. I do not, and I've learned to be a realistic person with myself. I think that's what it is. I say that I'm going to do this, and do this. Girl, I'm not. Prime example, for my save the dates, I was going to we were going to print our addresses on the envelopes, and we were going to
that is so stressful to me.
Let me tell you what I ended up doing. I handed out half of them personally, because why am I sending it? I see you every week. I see most of these people every week. Stamps also cost. Then I wrote the rest of them, and it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. And that's that on that. And then with that, I'm going to say that my wedding invites will be digital, because I'm not about to do all the DIY my butt. I'm not doing it. I got all these
for the digital. I think the people appreciate digital because all this paper I got to keep up with, because I keep wedding invites and like save the date.
That is so nice.
Yeah, but like it's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot you.
I'm throwing it away. I don't want to do it. And that's another and my wedding sign, my welcome sign. I had a big idea for a welcome sign, and we just met with our coordinator on Thursday, and she was like, "Do you have a welcome sign?" And I was like, "I have a plan, but I can tell you,
make it.
I can tell you by August, I'm going to need to use that acrylic easel with this sign on it, because I'm probably not going to do the grand idea that I have in my head." Listen, and that's okay.
It's okay. I have a whole silhouette machine, so like vinyl and all the things, and I still buy stuff from other people because I don't want to.
Exactly. Not doing it.
I just don't want to.
So it's just the thought is amazing. We are so ambitious. But when it actually comes to doing it, I'm not doing it. And I have started to acknowledge that and be honest with myself. Are you going to do this? No, you're not. So stop. Like, stop.
I think it's something deeper too, because I usually take my lunch to work. So I'll take like leftovers or something quick that I can like just make up like a salad or a wrap or something in the morning. And this week, I think I bought my lunch, like purchased my lunch every day except one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking like, dang, I'm spending so much money on lunch. And then I was like, the goal is not to bring my lunch. The goal is to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get a gold star because I bring my lunch to work. Like, I'm going to get a gold star because I fed myself and took care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the money, so it's okay that I used it on a necessity, which is eating.
Correct.
But I think behind my DIY thing is some kind of like perfectionist attitude. Like, I don't know, maybe not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, I have no idea why. I think I really think it's the ambition. Like, I am so ambitious.
Maybe.
I take on projects that I know I can do them. I just don't feel like doing them. And
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, at that moment, I'm in a mood of, oh, I'm going to accomplish all this stuff. I'm going to do all this stuff. And then when a month from then, I'm not in that mood anymore. And so then I don't do it.
That's the thing. I have to be in the mood. And when I first agreed to it, I'm in a great mood.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I have all this time. And then when it gets closer, I start to dread it. And then that's why I'm like, you know what? Why did I sign up to do this?
That's
like,
exactly
I should have just said no to myself, or whoever asked me to do it. I should have said no.
That's exactly it. I'm not there yet. I don't have the motivation piece behind it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something important, then yes. But something that's not necessary, my biggest thing right now is like, if it's not necessary, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it if I don't have to do it. I agree.
I am learning to relax, and I realize you can't always relax when you have such a busy schedule. Yeah. And sometimes adding all these DIY projects to my schedule makes it busy. So I don't want to do it. I don't have the desire.
Yeah, and I think that's a great realization. And everyone needs to think about that within themselves.
Yes. So that's my conversation, my candid conversation, y'all. We got to think about whether this DIY culture is harming us mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, sometimes it is easier to spend the $12 on the acai bowl.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't even say it's cheaper to make it these days.
No. So some people now the people that enjoy DIY, like some people I know like love DIY.
Yeah.
By all means, do it.
Yes.
We've talked about in a previous episode regarding myself. I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
If I have the money to pay for it, I'm going to pay for it because I don't have the pride in DIYing. It's not within me.
I think that's what it is. Like, I can do it. I just don't want to do it.
Exactly. And that's okay. That's literally okay.
I have to have that internal conversation with myself, though. Like, girl, yes, you can make that flower bouquet, but should you? No, you should not. You got all this other stuff to do. Go buy that bouquet.
That's it. That's it. Now, here's one more example before we move on. I did make this beautiful display for my bridal shower coming up. And so when that display came out nicely in my head, I was like, okay, well, I can make like 2 or 3 more for the wedding.
And that'd be the problem.
And then I was like, girl, stop it.
Like, just stop at well enough.
Yes, like, you've done this. Be done. Be happy that you did this and stop trying to do more, girl.
Man.
So yeah, that's I love that candid conversation.
Listen, sisters and brothers, I still don't know what to call our audience. That's really crazy, sisters and brothers.
Family.
Yeah, listen, family.
Yeah, we're going to call y'all the family. That's it.
The fam bam.
Period. All right. I love that.
Let the DIY take you out. But anyway.
Moving along.
An Elise special. That's why she rushing through this segment.
No, I thought I was
I'm trying to introduce her segment. She won't let me. Elise is our timekeeper. Remind me to tell you a story about timekeeping offline.
Gosh.
It's a good one. Anyway, this week is an Elise Collins Curtis special.
No.
What's your last name, girl?
Collins Curtis.
This is an Elise Collins Curtis special. So y'all tune in and listen to what she has for us today.
What are you introducing me as a poet?
Yeah, I was like MCing. Give it up, y'all.
I'm dead at this. I'm like, what is happening? Okay, so yeah, this week is my week, and we're coming to you with a great topic. I think we've been having some great topics over the last couple of weeks, and this is another one that we're going to get into. And today, I want to talk about imposter syndrome. There are so many ways that imposter syndrome shows up in our lives, and so I want to talk about. I have particularly two scenarios in my life where I struggle with imposter syndrome, and I know, Mariah, you have several as well as me. So let's talk about
my business in the streets.
Well, let's talk about our experiences with imposter syndrome and how that has shaped where we are at now, and how we navigate those feelings as we progress in life.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Either way, go ahead. Take it away, sister.
Okay. I think this is really good because I just recently kind of overcame some of my imposter syndrome related to work. So I told y'all I'm a nurse practitioner, but I work in like the academic side of medicine. So there's like clinical where you see patients and all the things, but then I also work for like a medical college. And so there's also like research and like all these other projects like quality improvement, things like that. And I don't know, it was like a big adjustment being in the academic world because there's like some really smart people, like researchers and doctors, and like I wrote this algorithm and I am doing this trial and I'm working with this company to come out with this drug, like all kinds of things. And then you have me and I'm like, I'm just here. Like I'm just taking care of my patients. So when I first started, my boss was like, basically doing well is not enough. Going above and beyond is like the standard. And so I was just kind of like, okay, like I'm pretty ambitious. Like I can do that. But then the more I like looked around, I was like, oh dang, y'all doing like a lot of stuff. Like y'all got grants and like y'all playing with mice and labs.
They're not playing with mice and labs. Crazy.
Let's pause there. What I am never going to do is play with a mouse. Yeah. I cannot do research on a mouse because I'm afraid of mice. Like terribly afraid. Like I can't touch them. I can't see them.
What about gerbils? Really? Any type of rodent?
Type of rodent, at least I'm deathly afraid.
Really?
Yes. I cannot.
Like snakes?
I mean, I don't want to touch a snake, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. When would you see a snake? Like outside?
When would you see a rat?
A gerbil in your house.
A gerbil.
Like a gerbil. People have gerbils in cages.
Yeah. Guinea pigs and gerbils, you would be deathly afraid.
Yes. My cousin used to have two, I think they were guinea pigs, and they are like escape artists. They used to get out the cage and just be like lost, and that terrified me. Like being at her house, knowing there were two rodents running around. I was like, "Can you come get me, Mom? I'm scared. I can't breathe." It's bad. I don't like rodents. I can't.
Interesting. Everyone has a fear, and that's yours. And
you're not afraid of rodents?
I would not like to hold a mouse or a rat, but I wouldn't be like deathly afraid like snakes. No. I'm not. The way you feel about gerbils and guinea pigs is how I feel about snakes.
But I feel like you can get away from a snake.
No, why are they moving? They don't have arms. They don't have feet. What is a slither?
The devil. You know why?
See, that's exactly why I'm afraid. Why? That's exactly why. Why are you like that?
Smash his head, they say.
How are you so dangerous and you don't have no arms or legs? And why are you wiggling on this floor?
I think, do snakes have secret little legs though? Is that
we don't need to go there because it's gonna piss me off. That is gross. Right. That is so. Oh my god! I could get the heebie-jeebies.
A snake, but thinking about a mouse is making my skin crawl.
I could get the heebie-jeebies talking about snakes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, no. No.
For Halloween, I wore these mouse ears, and I was telling Austin like maybe I shouldn't buy them because I feel like I'm calling like a mouse into me, girl, and I don't want to see a mouse. Why are you laughing?
Not calling a mouse into you. You know what? Whatever your thoughts are valid. And I agree.
Anyway, okay, so back to where I work. So they do research on mice, and like there's all kind of obese mice, and you can purchase like certain kinds to fit what you need for your project. But anyway, so there's a lot of smart people.
Is that ethical?
I don't know. I don't work for the ethics department. Hey, okay. I hear they live good lives. They go pet the mice and they talk to the mice and they fine.
Got it.
Mouse, we gonna put a little mouse run across the screen right here, and then I'm gonna tell all the people that's what happened.
Dead. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so really smart people where I work, and basically I was like, I don't fit in here. Like, I am not that smart, but I really am. Like, I'm for real smart.
Yeah.
But at work, I don't feel like it because everybody's smart.
Yeah.
And it's not saying like, oh, I can't be around other smart people. It's just saying like the imposter syndrome. I'm like, I don't belong here. Like, I don't do research. I don't know all the things, all the ins and outs. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a nurse practitioner. But then I was like, you know what? I went to school for this. I had a 4.0 GPA.
Period.
In my master's program, not undergrad.
That's all right.
Not undergrad.
Your undergrad gets erased when you get a master's. That's what I tell myself.
And I got training. I passed all my exams. I got my certification. I deserve to be here. They obviously saw something in me that they liked, and I'm doing well with my patients, and I do other stuff, not research because that's optional for my role, but I do other stuff that is contributing to the field. And recently I told myself, like, I don't need to keep up with the Joneses at work. Like, I'm not going to be running on this hamster wheel trying to prove myself, because also I have a life outside of work, and I'm going to do things at work that bring me joy. I'm not going to overextend myself, and that's going to be enough. And you know what? Recently, I won an award for patient care.
Oh,
and I was
congrats.
very surprised. And I was up there with all physicians, and then it was me, the nurse practitioner. So I felt really proud of that. And I was like, you know what? This is just confirmation. Like, I am doing what I said I wanted to do. I never said I wanted to be a researcher. So why am I feeling like I'm behind because I'm not doing research? That's not even my job.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes imposter syndrome shows up when you're not focused on your path. Like, I'm trying to focus on what other people are doing when I need to be focused on what I'm doing.
That's right.
I got to run my own race.
That's exactly where I was going to go. Exactly where I was going to go with it. I started my career at a very, very young age. I think I had just turned 22 when I became a teacher, and I turned 20. I became like a team leader at 25. And I was on a team with veteran teachers. And the way that I became team leader was kind of wonky. So it was just really a very new space for me to be in this position. And so there was a situation where, you know, there was some riff on our team, and everybody would be like, well, you're the team leader, you do this. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, you know? And so I had to put on, I just got here. But I had to, you know, figure it out, and I had to grow up and put on my big girl pants and do some things and make some decisions for our team that I just had to do as team leader. And so I think that was my very first bout with imposter syndrome. But I think my biggest experience with imposter syndrome is my balloon business. I became a balloon artist during the pandemic, and I started a business, and the business took off 10 times. The business took off bigger and greater than I ever expected it to do. And I think I got in my head on being able to run a successful business because I don't know what I'm doing. And in my head, I think I was thinking, oh, I need to know to do this. I got to be right the first time. I can't be making mistakes. The business side of it, I can put some balloons on and also
on anything.
I know I can put balloons on anything.
Because don't play with her. Poptastic balloons. Look them up.
Don't do it.
Whoops. I mean, just send me a text message. I'm going to get it done for you.
Listen, it's still there. You can do it. But I would see all these artists, and Houston has a big event industry, obviously, because it's Houston. But there's a community of balloon artists, and they're a tight-knit community. And when you tell someone you're a balloon artist, somebody may be like, girl, what is that? But we bank. We're banking, and we have
because when I hear balloon artists, I'm like, oh my gosh, you are in need. Like, everyone wants balloons.
Some people are like, girl, you know, it's not valued, but it is a legit business.
It must be the older generation, because this generation, we want some balloons everywhere we go.
That makes sense.
You know it.
Yeah. Listen, I be called and I will show up for my family.
Listen, Elise is gonna make them balloons, okay?
I sure will. As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna show up with the balloons.
Y'all send an inquiry with prices. We gonna hook y'all up. Tell them the sister series sent you. We not giving discounts yet because we ain't there yet.
I might give y'all a referral to somebody I trust.
Please, come on now.
Listen, but this does take me to why I am feeling this way. So when I got into having to like make a business, and I would see all these balloon artists that had what seemed to be successful businesses, and I felt like I was drowning. I was trying to do it by myself. I knew I needed to hire people, but I wanted to hire legitimately, and I wanted to grow into this big balloon guru of Houston.
Empire.
Yeah, empire. Yeah. And I had all these bright ideas, but in my head, I was like, dang, what am I trying to do? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't have a mentor. I'm not the entrepreneur. I'm not that. I'm the go to work and come home and go to work and come home. I'm not the 24/7. I'm not the go out there and at midnight and figure it out. That's not me.
Because I'd be sleepy.
Listen, but I think that I had a little bit of imposter syndrome as well in there, where I was so afraid of doing something wrong or afraid of not knowing something that I let it stifle my growth, and it caused me to burn out. I think that's what it is. It caused me to burn out because I was just seeing all these people and also like coming up with different ideas of balloons and how different ways to use balloons in an event space. And I was just learning how to do, the new wave. And then next week there's a new thing with balloons. And so in my brain, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to come up with some new thing, to take over social media or that everyone's doing.
The crazy thing is though, a lot of times, especially on social media, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just do what you see everybody else doing. Look at all these viral trends. Literally, I see a lot of the influencers posting the same videos just with their families.
That's true.
Or just with their style on it.
That's true.
I think imposter syndrome never pushes you to do better, in my opinion. It scares you into being stagnant.
Yep. And that's literally what that was with balloons. It was.
I don't think it ever is like motivation. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel like I should be here. Let me grind harder. I think it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't belong here. Let me run and hide.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And it is not beneficial at all. I don't find imposter syndrome to be motivational at all. I think it's dumb that I let myself, and I'm not hard on myself about it. I'm living a pretty good life now, but back then I let it, I know that I could have a booming, entrepreneurial business in balloons right now. I know I would be working like a crazy and I probably would be burnt out still, but I know it was possible. I just let my imposter syndrome win in that case. And I can't say that I'm mad about it.
I was gonna say though, like sometimes certain things for me, and it sounds like this could be for you too, just knowing that I could do it is enough for me. Like I can pick this up whenever I'm ready. Like right now, I don't have the capacity or the desire or maybe even the drive sometimes, but I know like when I'm ready to snap, like I can snap is how I feel.
So I feel like
that with you and your balloon business, like at any time you want to pick up your clientele or you want to put yourself out there more, the customers are there.
That's literally it.
To come.
And I think that's where I was
to be there.
Yeah, I think that's where I was at, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna slow down on this. I eventually just stopped altogether. But when I was in this phase of slowing down, I was really struggling with like, did I let my imposter syndrome win, or is this the right choice that God is leading me to make? And right now, sitting in this moment, I think this is the right choice that God led me this way, but I did really, really struggle with that because I had a lot of people in my ears like, man, you could have been, this and that. I'm not an entrepreneur.
Girl, what are they? The people that are telling you that? Because listen, maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, people try to push you because they see it in you, but also I had to be real with myself and say, I can be this. I don't want to. I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't want to work 24/7. I don't want to, be out at 1:00 at night, 1:00 in the morning, if something goes wrong, picking up, rentals. I don't want to do that. And that's okay.
I think that's the beauty in it, though. Like, you get to decide, not the imposter syndrome part, but just like where you are with it.
What I did with it. Yeah. But there definitely was some imposter syndrome in there. And I think you run into imposter syndrome in more times than not in life. So
literally, it's literally everywhere. I get imposter syndrome as a mom. Like, I could be doing my best that day and thinking, you know what, I am really doing this mom thing. Like, I done made lunches, I done got letters together, I done fixed backpacks, all the things. And then one thing can go wrong. Like, my kid could forget her shoes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a terrible mom. Like, I forgot to remind her about practice. Like, I should have gotten together the things that she needed. It could be anything, or it could be like, I don't know, I see something fake on social media and I'm like, dang, like, I should be doing that with my kids. Meanwhile, it's probably not even real.
You know, I want to say something. Just social media is so, and this is so off topic. Social media is such a fake world to be in, and you don't see the negatives of people. You don't see the bad stuff that people are going through.
It's only a highlight reel.
You only see, exactly. It's not real life. It's a highlight reel of everybody. So then, like, because I deal with that too, where I'm like, but no, you don't. They didn't post their low moments.
Yeah.
They posted those high moments. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. Go ahead.
No, I feel you. And I'm not doubting that people on social media, I'm not saying like that they're fake per se.
Yeah.
And I think you can still be happy and be on social media and all the things, but I don't think it's a lot of it is staged, and they will even tell you that, like, they're making videos.
Right.
But I guess I'm saying, like, imposter syndrome can come up literally anywhere. And I think some of it, for me anyway, has to do with comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. I want you guys to know that. Everybody listen. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Absolutely.
Because you can compare yourself to someone or something to the point where it's like not healthy. And I don't think that's necessarily where I am with imposter syndrome. I think some of it has to do with like being hard on yourself. Like, you just want to, like you said, you just want to do it right. You want to, do it to the best of your ability. And then sometimes we're not always where we expected to be or where we thought we would be. So then it's like, what am I even doing? Like, I don't even know where I am at all at this point. So literally, I think it shows up anywhere you let it show up. But my question is, how do you overcome imposter syndrome? Like, how do you beat imposter syndrome if it's literally everywhere?
I think that right now I have, over the year, I would say since I've been married, I would say that I am literally try to live life day by day. I live life day by day. I plan trips. I don't try not to plan anything. We literally, I don't know, because I've learned, like, and I say that to say with my comparison, like, you see people doing this and you see people doing that. Yeah, I make plans to save money to buy a house. I make plans, but I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know how my life will flip in a week. Do. Yeah, I don't know. So I can't compare myself to this person because I don't know what's going to happen to this person tomorrow, and I don't know what's going to happen to me tomorrow. I stay in my lane, and I follow whatever path.
Yes.
And I follow whatever path God is telling Jared and I to follow at the moment. Yeah, and I think that allows me to genuinely be happy for people when they have wins, even though I may have some imposter syndrome show up and I don't even know if I'm using the definition of imposter syndrome correctly.
I don't think that imposter syndrome is like jealousy. I definitely don't think that's what it is.
Right.
So I don't think that's like if that's what you were getting at. I don't think that's what you're doing.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't know if it's
no.
And I know that for me, it's I take imposter syndrome as you don't think you're good enough.
Yeah, it's like you versus you.
Yes, you versus you. But there is no versus me anymore, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that person has gotten that. That person has done that. I am genuinely happy for you because right now I'm trying to follow my path. Like, I got my own things I'm dealing with. I really...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go.
When I was saying like comparison, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, look what Elise has. I want what Elise has. It's more so like, dang,
I should be there.
Yeah, that exactly that. Like I thought at 25, I was going to have XYZ. Oh, dang, there's other 25-year-olds that have XYZ. Let me hurry up and catch up, or like something like that. Not necessarily like, oh my gosh, I look at them, they got XYZ. Why don't I have XYZ? Not like that at all.
Yeah. No, I never thought that. I never thought that's what you meant.
Okay, I just wanted to clear it up for the people.
Yeah, but I think we're getting, I don't know, because imposter syndrome is thinking that I'm not good enough for something.
Right.
But I don't know how that links to like what we are both saying right now. Right now we're saying at like I'm 32. I thought I was gonna being behind, because I do know that I deserve whatever I want.
Maybe it's like you feel behind, and maybe you get down or feel like you can't catch up. I don't know.
I
think we're taking a segue.
Yes, I was going to say
it together, y'all.
Yes, we're trying to link it, but I never. I think what could be said is that I don't think, man, I'm stumped, because I know that it's linked to imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking like you didn't take the right steps to get somewhere, but
maybe like you don't have the ability to get there. But then, like you said, like I feel like, yes, I do, just not there yet.
Right, not yet, and that's okay. But anywho, with imposter syndrome, we run into it daily.
Yes, it's like, I think the overall theme is like, I'm not good enough.
Yes, that's exactly it.
My job. I'm not good enough to be a good mom. I'm not good enough to run an entrepreneur business.
Right.
I think it starts with like, I'm not good enough.
And then it breaks down into, I'm not good enough because I don't know how to do this.
Yes.
I didn't do these steps correctly.
Right. Or I'm not good enough because I should have followed that path that person took to get to where they are.
Yeah.
See, it's linked, sister. We were getting there.
I just had to make it make sense in my brain. But to say that, I think that we're going to face imposter syndrome as we get higher in our careers, and we just have to face it. And to go back to your question, how do I overcome it? I literally walk into it openly. And I have to force myself to be like, you're here now. You don't have an option to go run and hide. You're grown. It's time to face the fact and deal with it, because you're in this position for a reason.
Right.
It's not because you just walked in here.
My steps are ordered.
Yes.
If I take a left, that's because the Lord already knew I was going to take a left.
Right.
If I go right, He is waiting on me down there too. Like literally, my steps are ordered.
Literally. And I
like
think
a Monopoly board.
Exactly that. And I think that's where I was trying to get at. We're saying I live day by day, because I genuinely walk through life as if, like, as God has laid each piece of tile down for me to walk.
Because He did.
The yellow brick road. And I just be walking. I just be like, where we going now? What we doing now, God? I promise you, I have, because I used to be such a type A planner. Plan this. We gonna do this. We gonna do. God said, sit down.
He will sit you down.
Now I don't have an option. Yes, like I don't have an option to, try to plan. Not in my particular situation. I don't have, we don't have the option. I can go month by month, maybe, and we just walk what we can and figure it out when we get there. But wherever He leads us. Yeah.
Because even people in different situations, like, we can plan, but that don't mean tomorrow is going to come the way we think it is. Listen, we could wake up and the whole bank account be on E. Like, be sat down. Listen, all kinds of things can happen. I have had to kind of pull back. I think I'm like a soft type A. I think I'm not like an overbearing type A, but I am like a planner and like, what are we going to do? And then I marry somebody who's like, what day is it again? Okay, where are we going to? Like, drives me insane. He's going to see this, and he already knows. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that was something that I had to overcome for myself, I feel like, because some of that type A is like a control thing.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, I need to plan because I feel the need to be in control of something. And then I just had to let that go. Like, the control is not mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody that listens to our podcast believes in the Lord or a higher being, but we do.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter how much I plan, like God is still in control, like all the time. So if things don't go as planned, like it's his will. And I had to kind of like, how do you surrender that? Because that was something that was weighing me down. Like, oh my gosh, like I had all these plans, even for life, not just like a schedule or vacations, but like life. At this point, I was going to do this. At this point, I was going to have this. And the Lord was like, girl, who said? Like,
that's literally it. And like nobody said that. You just made this up in your brain.
And where did you get that from? TV? TV is not real life. And I think a lot of our outlooks did come from TV. Like you see like the Cosby Show and like we've been watching A Different World lately. And like, you just see their experiences. And then I think that's where a lot of our stuff comes from. It's from TV. Like we see it growing up. We're like, okay, I'm going to live in this house. I'm going to have this car. Yeah. You know, when we played MASH, mansion, apartment, shack, house. Yeah. When you got shack, you would just do it over again. Yeah. Like, I ain't living in no shack.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
You don't always get to redo your MASH board, okay?
Right. That's absolutely correct. And I agree with that. And so I think to take it back, I think that we're talking about God ordering our steps. God wouldn't order our steps to take us somewhere where we should feel this imposter syndrome.
Yeah. I don't think that's of him.
He would dead that immediately. He'd be like, what? Well, then I'll take it back. Then if you want to feel
he made us in his image.
That's like, right.
He looked at us and called us good. We are good.
Yes, he did. Whoa, now that's turning this into a Bible lesson.
We're here every Thursday. Bring your Bibles.
I'm screaming. But yeah, I wanted to have a good impact because especially millennials our age, I think that we struggle with imposter syndrome often because we've gotten into spaces where our age wasn't at before.
Yeah. You know, we're like the youngest one in the room.
The youngest in the room. And I think we're maybe one of the first generations that have broken down those barriers and forced ourselves into these rooms where we weren't there before. Like I've got principals that are my age. I've met principals, I've met assistant superintendent that are in their 30s still, you know, and growing up, you didn't have no 35, 34
Everybody was old. Yeah, well, we thought they were old. They was probably like 50.
Yeah, but that's old. I'm just kidding.
But 50 back in the day don't look like 50 now.
Listen, like we didn't have that. So I think that's another way that imposter syndrome shows up is that we're younger in these spaces that were typically made for older people.
For sure.
And we're knocking down those barriers and opening those doors and getting in them rooms.
I want to say something else.
Oh, say it, girl.
Imposter syndrome can also show up when no one in the room looks like you. I think that's a lot of what happens to me at work. And this is not a knock against my non-melanated friends. It's the truth.
It is true.
Because it can feel uncomfortable and you can feel like very aware of what you look like, what you sound like, all the things. And that's another thing. I was like, what makes me different makes me beautiful. There's literally a song. I think I heard it on Princess Diaries. Such a good movie, y'all.
Such a good movie. One of my favorites. One of my faves.
But it's so true. Like, I don't want to fit in. Like, I'm about to start quoting stuff.
Hey.
We were born to stand out, okay? We don't need to fit in. We don't all need to look the same. I think there's beauty.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think there's just beauty in just being who you are and embracing who you are. But I definitely see my imposter syndrome showing up at work because of that. And then there's also like some instances, and this will be another conversation later, that other people do that can reinforce your imposter syndrome. So not only are you battling what you're telling yourself, but then you have other people telling you stuff and you like, maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's a good point. I really like that point. The part with the different skin color. Just because we look different don't mean we can. I actually can't be. I'm capable of being smarter than you, sir or madam.
I'm capable. Probably am.
I'm capable of having found the solution before you did. I'm capable. Just because I may look different. Did you know that Black women
are like the most educated group?
I did, and I just knew it because I'm a Black woman.
Period. I was like, duh, look at us. Look at me.
No, but I don't doubt it because we've had to force ourselves into these rooms. So that's why we're the most educated, because we knew we can't just lollygag and dilly-dally into the spaces of our counterparts.
Because now I'm about to talk about DEI.
We had to come in locked and loaded with education to allow ourselves to even get a stance in these rooms that we are in.
They told y'all they gave us the spot because they needed to hire somebody Black. No, they gave us the spot because we were qualified.
And we were solution-based.
Yes.
We don't need to go there. It's too much. It's too much right now.
We're going to have a whole episode because we're going to be here all
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I think that let me not. We'll wait for that episode.
Y'all stay tuned because it's coming. It's coming.
But to end this crazy conversation that we just had that went down 5,000 different roads and then we circled back on the
it worked though. It worked.
We ended back up at the same topic. That
our steps are ordered, sister.
Yes, that our steps are ordered and that we don't really need to feel this imposter syndrome because God wouldn't have placed us there if we were not capable.
Yeah.
So I love capable.
That. You are supposed to be where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. And you are supposed to be where you're at, whether you like it or not.
Period. And if you don't like it, maybe consider doing something about it.
Yes. I love that. Wonderful conversation, sister.
That was deep.
That was deep. And I was like, ooh, we could have gone so deep in so many different ways.
And that's what took 18 detours.
Listen, and I think that is something that we do often because we can go into some, and this is something we do in our just regular daily conversation. We could easily go into some deep stuff.
I think that's what makes this sweet so good because these are like normal conversations that we have. It's not like super regimented, like, okay, we're only talking about imposter syndrome. Now we're talking about something else. We're getting off track. Like, no, like this is how our brains work. And these are our conversations. And it's
needed. Yeah. It's needed. Love that.
Well, we're going to switch on over to the wellness wave. I have something to show you guys. It's not that big. I'm just being dramatic. You know me. You got to bring the drama. So today in our wellness wave, I have really been on my skincare kick. I have acne.
Same.
I just wanted to say.
Same. And it's worse as I've gotten older. It has become worse in my 30s.
Absolutely. I had a little bit of acne in like high school here and there. Like I saw a dermatologist, but when I got older, I started getting cystic acne.
Yes.
If you have cystic acne, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, you are lucky, but it is awful. I think it got worse after I started having kids, and apparently it's hormonal, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are my hormones all over the place? I'm not some horny teenager anymore.
I knew you were going to say. But no, that's a great question. It's like, why? Know. What's going on?
You can edit that part if you want to. I don't care. No, anyway, so I've been on my skincare kick because I have hormonal acne. I feel like I'm making some confession as if y'all can't see my face. But it has cleared up a lot. Now that the acne is like under control, I'm more so trying to work on like my skin appearance. Like, like the dullness, evenness, the pores, the hyperpigmentation, stuff like that. So I have a whole regimen that I use, but I saw online, I think I was influenced, these clean towels. Have you seen these?
Ooh, I bought those.
It's from the Clean Skin Club. Amazon also has some dupes, but when I was reading the reviews, they were like, they smell chemically and like all the things. And I'm one of those people, like, if I've already been paying for it and it's working, I'm not necessarily going to go to the cheaper brand if I feel like it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
But so these, instead of a washcloth, I use these. So say I wash my face in the shower, when I get out, instead of like using my towel to wipe off or like another washcloth to dry my face, I'll use this. Or if I'm just washing my face in the morning, I'll wash my face and then pat it dry with these. They are really big, bigger than a regular washcloth and very absorbent. After I use them, I will like wipe the counter down with them, you know, because all I do is dry my face. So multifunctional, I believe they are some kind of way recyclable.
Do you use one a day? I remember I bought a box of those a while ago. Do you use one a day?
I don't need the box anymore. I use 2 a day. So I wash my face in the morning and I use it. And then I wash my face at night and I use it. But
how many are in the box?
This box 50.
Okay.
This one is 50, so it gives me almost a month.
Yeah.
And this particular brand, you can actually subscribe. I never subscribe to like products because I'm like, I don't need all this stuff piling up. So I just buy it whenever I'm low or close to running out. But it does say it's dual-sided and it's bio-based, 100% bio-based.
Period.
But I love these. It is so soft on my face. And I really do feel like, I don't know if it's all the other stuff I'm using too, so that could just be like me in my head, but I feel like it works. Like, I feel like it's cutting down on, they say that there's bacteria in the
like
in the
if you could,
washcloth.
yes, like, and you're not supposed to use, they say you're supposed to use a brand new one every day.
Exactly.
Yeah, and ain't nobody got 8,000 washcloths.
No,
like,
and who wants to do all that washing?
Literally that. So yes, I think that is such a good thing to have.
So I love these clean skin towels. You can get dupes on Amazon. Not sure what the dupes are like because I've never tried them, but y'all let us know if you have some that you like. Okay, so yeah, get into the clean skin towels. And if you use a different one, let us know. Make sure after you dry your face with it, you wipe the counter up with it because it's perfect. It's like so absorbent.
That's smart.
And that is what's on my wellness wave today.
Love that. I'm going to order some right when I get off of here because I remember having those and I actually love them. Forgot to reorder. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'll be here all year. If the Lord say the same, I would appreciate the Lord keep us all year.
If the Lord say the same. All righty. So we'll go into the feed frenzy. I got a few things to talk about today. I got a few things that I want to discuss that I've seen on the feed. Here's the first thing. The first thing is Coachella is currently happening. And on my TikTok,
you mean Richella?
Let me tell you one thing. The first and second weekends that I saw on the feed were these people camping at Coachella. And they were setting up tents and they're showing their living quarters. And I must say that I just will never, ever attend a Coachella if I got to camp in those tents because that looks like a miserable, miserable, miserable experience.
Wait a minute.
It did not look fun. It looks hot. It looks stanky. And it looks like a horrible experience.
Wait. So, first of all, I thought Coachella was like a...
It's a big music festival.
So, yeah.
In the desert.
This year, I heard it was like... First of all, I saw some tickets for like $1,500.
Yes.
You know how I feel about paying for tickets for music stuff. So it won't ever be going. And then they were saying they have like, I heard this on the Friend Zone. They were saying the people in like regular camping quarters were from Section 9. You know, like Section 8 housing.
Yes.
They were like, that's Section 9. But then they were saying other people had like these immaculate.
Yes. There are companies that go set up at Coachella. These amazing, it's like glamping and you can rent.
Exactly.
But the girlies that don't have the money, they come and set up their own.
They in Section 9. Because why are you there?
Giving Section 9. It's giving that. It's giving, I had to go to prison for the weekend. There's a lot of showers. They call it the big shower or something, the super big shower or whatever they call it. That shower looks like trash. So what does the regular shower look like?
You know, that's where I draw the line. Like, I can go glamping, but I need a shower. I think this is what they were saying on the Friend Zone too. I think it was Dustin. He was saying like, I need a shower. Like,
it's like what? And the line is like hours long. You gotta wait hours for these showers. You have to wait.
Oh wait, it's a community shower?
Yes, it's not your own. You're in line, and you got to go in there. And then all I could think about in these TikToks is these people. You're going in there, you're showering, and then you're walking back out in probably flip flops on the sand. You're on the dirt. You're getting dirty. I was so frustrated. I'm hollering in this
You're
mic.
not even there.
I was so frustrated because I was like, why is this fun? And I guess, to be young again. But when I was young, I still would have been like, absolutely not. Where's the nearest hotel?
No, I got like an aversion to like,
especially when my feet are wet. Like your feet are still damp. You just got out the shower. Like, even if you dry your feet off, you still have like, you know how you feel kind of wet, kind of still like. And then you walk out there and now you're tracking. Ugh.
And I would have to be barefoot because something that I do not like is a wet, soggy sock. Like, I feel like, I can't.
Yes.
Like, if there's one drop of water on my sock, I got to take it off and change
Literally
it.
that.
You know how, like, you'll take a shower and maybe you didn't wipe up all the water and then you walk back with your socks on. I hate it.
Yes. And it's like, it just, the whole experience does not look fun. And I understand all they're doing is probably going out there drinking, listening to music, not sleeping. and hanging out in
That
these
also
tents that
doesn't
they've
sound
set.
fun. Not
Right.
sleeping?
In 100-degree weather, over
You
100
lost me
degree
at the
weather.
not sleeping.
Listen, I'm not doing it. It's not, I'm in the bed at 9. And if I got to get on this little prison cot in the middle of the desert, it's just whatever they could find, honey. They took it and set it up in that tent. And no.
At least
Section
how
9
big is the tent?
It's like, you know those blue canopy tents that people buy that you see out at like the football games and stuff? That's what some people brought. And then some people brought
it's just wide open though? It doesn't close?
They bring it. Okay, here's another thing to talk about.
First of all, are there animals?
Some people found a snake in their tent, and that's why I'm all caught up right now. But you know how some of those canopy things, they have walls that come down?
Yeah.
It's a thing like, do I put my walls down or do I leave my walls up? First of all, apparently they don't go around stealing.
A different conversation, but okay.
Listen, no, Lord Jesus. But
okay, you should always keep those walls up, is what I'm gonna tell you. Safety first.
I'm dead. But some people are like, do people just not walk around and take stuff out of your tent? I would think that people would just walk around and steal stuff.
Literally in the desert. You don't know those people?
They said it's a known thing, like don't take people's stuff. So who cares?
And what are they gonna do? Like kick you out?
I don't.
Or who's monitoring is my question.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, where is there an unspoken law that the Coachella people know about? Because where I'm from, we don't leave stuff just out.
Because also, if they can do it at Coachella, why we can't do it in real life? Like, why y'all taking stuff in real life?
I'm saying it's a actual law in society, and people still take stuff. What makes you think Coachella they not gonna do it at the Coachellas in the desert where there's not a security guard inside? Coachella stressed me out this year, and I think it's because this is the first year where I've really seen it take over my timeline on my social medias, and I just was like,
the algorithm is algorithming,
right? And I was like, this doesn't look fun at all.
It doesn't sound fun.
Different strokes for different folks, different vibes for different kinds, and it's not me. It's not.
I vote no. I vote let's go glamping in a hotel.
I would agree. I do want to go glamping, and I think it would be really fun. But the glamping needs to be 5-star level.
Sister, we are going. Like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
Like, if it's a tent, I'm okay with it being a tent, a secure tent with a marble countertop and a nice.
Now, girl,
spacious,
you ain't gotta have no marble countertop. You doing too much. We can glamp with a regular countertop. See, you can't take you nowhere. See, this is what I'm talking about.
To have a spacious waterfall head shower.
You talking about a marble countertop, girl? You done lost me.
And I'd like stone heated tile. You know,
period.
I'd like all of that, and we can go.
Regular size shower. Have you seen those little dome things? Like,
yes,
they're closed, but you can see like out into the world. That would be.
I want to do it so bad,
but I don't know where the shower is. That's the problem. We need to research.
I think they have a restroom in there. No,
maybe the restroom is like.
Austin.
Yeah, so the ones I seen, it looked like there was like a pod of the domes, and then maybe the restroom was like off to the side, like a separate quarters that you had to walk to.
Eek, that would.
But when we went on the youth trip to Austin, like the hill country area somewhere over there, they had the cabins. They were just like basic cabins, nothing special. But the restrooms were like you had to walk a little ways to the restrooms, but then they were like I guess I think of like a Lifetime Fitness or something where they have the different little showers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was like that.
I could do one night.
Yeah. And
I would need to come home. Yep.
Girl, you can do more than that. Take your flip-flops. As long as the cabin is nice, sister.
If there's a community bathroom, I will probably go find the nearest hotel. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it.
I'm going to say something gross. I don't like hair.
Thank you.
Off people's head, especially. It's not even especially. I just think some hair falls out more than others, or I see it more. The stringy hair, I don't want to see it on the shower.
No.
I don't want to see it on the shower floor. I don't want to see it on the shower wall. If you see it on your way out, can you rinse it out?
Like, literally that. Even in my own shower at home. At home, I fuss at Jared if there's a speck in the shower.
I talked
literally
about this
fuss.
on one
I
of the
hate
other
it.
episodes. Like, there should be no remnants of anything. Before you leave out the shower, rinse it all out.
There's a cup there for you to use.
I'm not even going to say what it all is. Whatever is there that you can see, rinse it out.
Right, because I rinse the shower for you. You rinse the shower. I cannot.
I will say this. I have washed my hair before.
Yeah.
And I collect it like on the wall.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to like flush it down the drain.
Yes.
Although I do need to get one of those things I saw on Amazon. It's like a hair collector
thing. Yep.
Yes. I left it on the wall, and my 7-year-old about lost his marbles.
I could understand.
Oh my gosh, you left that. What is this? You want me to get in the shower like this? Sir, it's just the little sheddage or whatever.
I can understand, nephew. I get it. I understand.
First of all, you just don't want to take a shower because you a stinky little boy.
I'm screaming.
Go get that hair out the shower and get in.
I would lose my mind if I saw that. I have to say that.
Yeah, it was just like nicely collected on the wall.
LOL. Absolutely not.
But otherwise, it's not gonna be in there. And that was hair off my head. Let me just repeat that in case y'all missed that part. Anyway.
But yeah, that was my first thing. I just wanted to talk about the people out there at the Coachellas having a good time.
A no. It's a no.
No, not ever. It was never a no. It was never a yes for me because I'm not standing up for that long. I'm old. No. It's hot. We are from Houston. It's a different hot out there in that Coachella desert.
Dry
we
hot.
Is from humidity. We are used to heat.
As soon as you step into the desert, it's like SpongeBob that time they went out of the sea. Oh my gosh. I was like, they're gonna die. They're done.
No, absolutely not. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I never was interested in going to Coachella, and I sure am not interested after watching these TikToks.
Have you ever been to wait. Have you ever been to or have you ever been to like Arizona or Nevada or California?
We go to Vegas. We used to go to Vegas all the time, and me and my mom get nosebleeds every time we go.
Yes, it's hot.
Every time we go. If dry heat, nosebleed immediately. It's either my mom or me. So we come ready. We have like lots of tissue because we know one of us are gonna have a nosebleed.
Yes. Y'all need a humidifier.
Yes. I need like a little mini humidifier to start traveling with.
I bet they got those online.
I know they do. I just am so lazy to order it.
Yes.
Next up on the docket is Gayles' face when she got off that spaceship.
Can you show the people?
Wait, let me see. I have my laptop right here. Let me see if I can pull it up.
While she's pulling that up, I would like to start a conversation on the side. Y'all, listen, you can't believe everything you hear or see. I'm just not really feeling like those women went to space, Elise.
You don't think so?
I am just not thinking that they went to space. Why did it take months for them to bring the actual astronauts back? But they came back in, how long it take them to come back?
They was up there for 11 minutes.
That's what I thought.
They were up there for about 3 or 4 minutes.
So 11 minutes. All right.
I don't know. I didn't see it televised.
How far is it from here to space?
Well, I'll tell you next time I go. But
you was not on the list.
Wait, hold on. Let me show y'all the picture of Gayles.
Not you tickling your stuff.
Why is she so stressed? Yeah.
Y'all, Gayle is old. Y'all know how old Gayle is?
Gayle said, what the heck did I just go through?
Wait a minute. Y'all didn't tell me all this. She done signed the waiver and everything.
Gayle's wig was a little shifted. She said, this right here is
why
crazy.
She didn't get the braids?
I don't know.
Or why she didn't go with a little rap situation?
Because the sister girl behind her got a lace front on too, and it's laid.
Oh, it would have did them good.
Yes, it looks as though they had a time in the space.
11 minutes.
They were floating around.
Did y'all see Oprah worried about Gayle though?
Listen, but I would have been the
If
same way.
you're not worried about me like that, I don't want you.
I would have been
be down there crying for me, Elise.
Oprah was stressed.
Third.
She was stressed. She said, Oprah was stressed out.
She was probably worried about Gayle's wig. She didn't think it was coming back.
Now it's laid now. It's laid. It just looks like it was a little shifted. It looks like
a disheveled wig. You know, it happens to the best of them.
She looked like she just came from no gravity.
From space.
Yes. So
she didn't go to space.
I just thought that was so funny when I saw Gayle. That's probably how I would have looked getting off the spaceship. Like, thank God we back.
That's why she kissed the ground.
That Gayle was stressed out, and I thought that was so
for 11
funny.
whole minutes. She didn't go nowhere, girl.
She went up there in that space, and she was up there with Katy Perry and whoever else was up there.
I bet Katy Perry got on their
nerves. Yes,
that is why Gayle looks like. Look at it again. Look, she looks like somebody got on her nerves.
Yes, she looks like she just went to HE Hockey 6 and came back and to tell the story.
Katy Perry was up there giving them the blues because homegirl was so excited.
Yes, she had a time. So that's what I want. Oh, and I want to talk about one more thing, but I think I'm going to save it for next episode.
How you going to bring it up? And then
because it's going to add like 20 more minutes, which is fine. I don't need to be that much of a timekeeper, but
because you got to talk about.
I do, because I'm so worried about the long videos and the uploading. It stresses me out because remember we had like this 2-hour long video before, and
that was back when we was ghetto and we didn't have our stuff figured out.
Okay, so next on the docket is the Good American Family, y'all. Okay, so as we've mentioned before, we do listen to the Friend Zone podcast.
Yes, and we love y'all, Friend Zone.
We love y'all.
Our podcast one day.
I love all of you.
We love y'all's whole friend group. You know, y'all are friends in our heads.
Yes, like we're part of the group. So just tell us when the next event is. I know
we're there.
Yeah, we missed Dustin's comedy show.
We were trying to get there. We were trying to do like an overnight New York flight from Houston to New York and back, but we both had to work, and then we were like,
we got to be smarter than that. And then we missed Jade's Sunday dinner on Monday on a Sunday.
We didn't have enough notice.
I know. I was like, and then it sold out immediately. So, and then also Jade and Takia are going on tour, but they're not even coming to the South. They're not even coming anywhere to the South. Yeah, so
that made me sad.
We be trying and then the Reeds annual, so it's just so many things that we missed. But anywho, I said that to say that the Friend Zone talks about the case of Natalia Grace.
We late to the party, but y'all, we are here. We are here now.
So yesterday I got my hair done, and at the appointment, my loctician was like, "You ever watch Good American Family?" And I was like, "No, what's that? I don't really watch TV."
You didn't know about it?
I didn't know about it.
No,
I didn't know the name. I must have not been listening. And then she started telling me about the story, and I was like, "Is the girl's name Natalia Grace?" And she was like, "Yes."
Yes. I was like, I know her.
I met her through Dustin. So I started watching it yesterday, and now I'm fully invested in the story. And now I have to go watch the documentary because that's a little bit more real life. This one is like made for TV, but it's based on a true story. And so,
is the actual girl in the documentary?
I think so, because when I posted on Instagram earlier that I was watching it, so many people texted me and were like, "You need to watch the documentary." And I was like, "Is it going to make me even more scared?"
It is kind of creepy. I'm only on episode 1, but like even seeing some of the previews, I'm like, ooh, I can't watch this.
She stresses me out. She stresses me out. I don't care. I'm sorry. You are a grown woman.
I think it's because the fact that they have the story, I don't know if it's true or not, but the fact that she could be older, that's all I can think about now.
Right.
I think if that wasn't a thing, like I would be fine. But the fact that they're like, nah, she probably like 28. I don't know what they said, 25, 23. I don't know, but grown.
Yep.
So now I'm like, I don't know.
One thing I noticed about it is that she'll change her voice. She'll do that little baby voice, and then once you get to later episodes, you'll notice that she's talking more her age, and that is the creepiest thing to me.
I'm scared.
Daddy, mommy,
stop
that right now. If I slap this, stop it. You are a grown woman. Stop that stupid sound.
You know what? I
just can't. I can't. If you don't talk your age, talk your age right now. And it still has the childlike mannerisms, but your tone needs to change. We are adults talking right now.
Laughing because my 7-year-old sometimes will talk like a baby, and I get so triggered, like automatically, like, why are you talking like that?
Yes.
I don't understand.
But not him being 7.
Bothersome.
He's supposed to be
7. I talk like a grown man.
And that's all I could think about. I was in there. I was like, I know a 7-year-old.
Oh, is she supposed to be 7?
Yes.
I'm not watching it. Nope.
I'm
automatically creeped out.
And I was like, at the loctician, she was like, we work in a school. Can you imagine her with a bunch of 7-year-olds?
I think y'all got it wrong. She's not supposed to be no 7.
They said she was
10.
7. 10 is wild because
12.
No. 12 is more believable, but no, they said she was supposed to be 7. Yes.
I ain't gonna be able to finish it.
Trying to tell you,
now my mind is like.
And there's so many things, and I can't talk too much about it because Mariah's only on the first episode, but there are
that's
so
where I'm
many
gonna
things.
stay, so it's all good.
You can go watch it during the daytime. It's not scary during the day. I watched it, and I'm a big chicken.
I was scared of the movie Get Out.
I never watched it because I was too scared to watch it. So
I couldn't take a shower alone for like a month.
Oof, that's even more reason why I never watched it.
I didn't need somebody in the shower with me.
You just needed to know someone was in the house. Yeah. Like right now, I'm home alone in this room in the dark, and you notice that there's one ear open.
Why are you in the dark?
Because my light. I have yellow light in my room. I don't like the yellow light.
Okay.
But I have one ear open with my headphones so that I need to be able to hear if Natalia comes around the corner.
Oh my gosh, I'm creeped out. Oh my gosh. Mice and Natalia Grace. It's too much. It's too much.
But there are so I want to circle back to talk about this next week when Mariah catches up. Austin watched this with Mariah so she can catch up so we can talk about it. I have so many things to say about the dad. I have so many things to say about the mom because I was annoyed with the mom at the beginning, but now I am more so on the mom's side right now.
We love a switch up. We love a villain shift.
And the dad is getting on my last everlasting nerve. But the episode I stopped at because the sun started setting and I was like, nope, the dad had become better on my better side.
What episode are you on?
I think I stopped at 3, end of 3. Okay. I started 4 and I was like, oop, the sun's setting.
I gotta go. Bye, Natalia.
And I put the Kardashians on.
You know what? That sounds comforting.
But that's it for the feed frenzy. These are just different things that I've seen in the world on my feed and on TikTok. And I like to talk about those things. So it's fun that we bring it to the pod.
Now I'm going to be having dreams. This is great.
No, just go watch a lighthearted show and you'll be fine. Watch $1 Million on TikTok. Watch, not TikTok, on Netflix, $1 Million Secret. Is that what it's called? Millionaire Secret?
On TikTok?
No, man, I need to go to bed. On Netflix, it's called $1 Million Secret. I think it's a reality show. Is it a movie or a show? It's a show. It's like a reality show where it's a game show kind of. And they've got to earn money. It's a really good show. So that's a good show to watch when you're trying to not be scared to death.
Not easy for me. But okay.
Man, you can't be more of a chicken than I am. There's no way.
Literally, I am. Remember that time we were recording the podcast and Austin was outside and I almost jumped out of my skin?
That's a reason to be scared. We all were scared.
Oh,
we all jumped. He literally came through like 5-0 in that jacket.
Like a creeper.
Scared the heck out of us. So
yeah,
I would understand.
What would we have done? Where were we going?
We just would have fought for our lives. And this is what I always say. If I ever get caught I ain't making it far. If I ever get caught in a situation like that and I end up losing, I will leave it so that the investigators know that it was not an easy thing for the perpetrator.
It wasn't an easy fight.
It was not an easy fight.
Just so we're clear, should I fight with you or should I run?
You should run because you could make it.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna make us fail. So I'm gonna be like, I can't breathe.
I mean, somebody got to live to tell the story.
Yeah, and you tell them Elise fought as hard as she could.
I can't leave you because I can't without you.
Listen, I'm going to fight hard. I might win. We don't know.
I think you will. Like, what are we even saying?
I'm going to find something to use.
Collins' daughter.
We're going to find something. I might have something that'll handle it. All right.
And another segue. How did we get here?
It's a genuine...
Y'all, this is how our real life conversations go. Like literally all over the place.
All over the place. But y'all love it. Y'all love it. And just a reminder to leave a review on our podcast. It just really helps us out there.
And another shout out to our families. We love y'all so much. Please show us some love. Shout out to my cousin who has been leaving comments on our stuff. And shout out to my other cousin who calls me and texts me all the time about our podcast. Leave these messages online also.
Yes.
Leave the comments. We want to engage engage. We don't have 1,000 comments to sift through, so we'll reply.
Right. And it's so exciting when like you talk with people, because right now it's a labor of love, and we don't even know who's watching. We don't know. We know a few people that are watching, but it's fun to talk about it and to see what y'all think about what we're discussing. That's the best part, I think, for me.
Yes.
So yeah, exciting.
Yes. Well,
with that,
we want y'all to remember to find us next Thursday. We'll be dropping these episodes. We have an exciting May coming up.
Yes,
we can't wait for that.
And with that, just remember, sometimes we rock it.
And other times we get rocked.
But either way, we
rock it. Bye, y'all.
That was better this time.
Thank you so much for watching our podcast. This episode and every episode is produced by Elise and Mariah.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, where you can watch our full episode at the Sister Series Podcast.
Also, follow us on socials, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Sister Series Podcast.
See you next time.